Marie. Good afternoon here, so maybe good morning for you. I hope you are well. I got my little colorful dress on today, representing fun, fun. That's all I can say. Fun. So today we are talking about never satisfied, how to something when you have a restless spirit. Never satisfied. How to overcome a restless spirit. Oh my God, I think that's me. I could say, did I say adventurous? I probably said restless, so that's what it was because I said it. Because it could be an adventurous spirit too. Like that could possibly be the other thing. Could just be your, your adventurous. I actually don't know. I want to know, like, hey, thank you for the thumbs up. Like, is it a restless spirit, an adventurous spirit, I mean, what is this idea of like never really being satisfied? Like, it's not like I'm not satisfied. It's that once I get my thing, then I want, I do some things, and then, there's always seem like I want to be doing something, or it's not even like there's more, but it's almost like there's more for me to do. So I don't know if it's a restless spirit, an adventurous spirit, or like the spirit you were born with. Like everybody's born with certain ways. Like we're born under certain astrological signs, and we're born at certain times of day, and it all makes a difference. I mean, Africa, it certainly does. I mean, the day you were born, there's attributes or appellations that go with that day. So it means that you're that person. That's why we read horoscopes. That's why we get readings, right? That's what we want to know. And I for like who has our head, like it's real, right? Like we do believe, I think on some level, on some way. I don't know unless I'm sorry if you're Christian or something. Maybe you're not. If you're Christian or something, you're probably not even watching me. So there you go. There you go with that. Hey Renee Green. Hey from Berkeley, California. Yeah, and it's warm. I love. When I moved to California, first time ever, I lived in Berkeley. Then I moved to Oakland. So I did this for over 20, like, it's a lot of years, 20 something years I lived there. Um, so I always think to myself, like, I have to ask myself certain questions, like, when am I the happiest? It's not one answer, because I feel good most of the time. But what am I happy doing? Like, what brings me joy? And in a sense, because it brings me joy, it's kind of like an endless thing that never goes away. I love my little projects. Like, I love projects. I love designing houses. I love designing the inside of houses. I love creating special cabinets, and I love building sinks, and I love having tile lay, and I love building gazebos. I say building, I mean designing and having people come in and do it. I love having my visual dreams realized on an external level. And it never gets tired. I don't have enough house to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like enough space to do it. And I think the only thing that stops me is when I'm not doing it. It just means I probably don't have, at that time, I don't have the money to do it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Is that I don't have the money, something to do it, but if I did, it would never, ever, 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 ever stop. Like, I absolutely love it. And I realize too, every time I feel that restless spirit, or sometimes I might even say, oh, I'm an adventurous person. Like, I don't know, I'm adventurous, but I don't know if it looks like the adventurous that some people might be or feel like what adventure is like. I don't know if I'm going to travel around the world and be more person, like it has to be that, because I took the whole 2019 and I traveled to so many countries, a lot for me, and I was straight up exhausted. But I do like meeting new people and exchanging. I love all that vibe. So I don't know if it's adventurous. I think I'm adventurous in my designs. I don't mind, like if I decide something and we put it together and it didn't work, I won't be mad. The joy of having a vision and the joy of seeing it realized is enough for me. And because I know even where we got to, something else comes from that. Sometimes I like it better than the original idea. You know what I'm saying? Let me wipe my screen. Sometimes I like it better than the original idea, or sometimes I'm happy that it leads. Excuse me. Sometimes I'm happy that it leads to that next thing. Like I was thinking about my man, like he's different. Like he has to, before he could even start the project, he needs to think of all the things that could possibly go wrong. That's so not me. I think about all things that can possibly go right, and usually if it does. If it's a slight problem, I built that extension, let's say to the gazebo, because and the part of the extension that I built, the extension part that I built, I wanted it to be covered with roofing sheets, so that now I could keep the bicycles and also keep my seedlings. And let's say that, but the part that it just has the bamboo, I'm not the bamboo branches, the palm branches on top of it, if that part has rain that still comes through, because I want my bikes protected from the rain. And I don't want them in the house. So I'm thinking of this thing. I don't want the bikes in the house, in the kitchen. I want them outside. Our gazebo is, it would rain and it would rusted and all that stuff. So why don't we build an extension? And so my man was like, well, the water from where the water would pass and the first part of the gazebo will still go in there. Let's build it first and see. Not to say that it's not going to be true, even though we're going to have roofing sheets over the part where the bikes are. Then we'll build a wall as we need it. I like that. I actually don't want it all spelled out. I don't want to know it all. I'm perfectly happy with that. That thing will create some other thing. You know, like every action causes a reaction. I'm here for the reactions. And I love that about me. I discover myself the most when I'm doing it. I love figuring it out. Oh my God. You know how everybody should practice that, to exercise that figuring it out muscle, because your brain actually needs it. I mean, you know, we're trying to avoid a lot over here: Alzheimer, dementia, anything else that going wrong along them lines, right? So if somebody always telling you everything, you kind of lose something because you're not using something. So I personally love that. That's what like designing does for me. It allows me to figure it out. So I don't care that it might not be exactly. I know that if my spirit told me to do it, I'm in the right direction. If my spirit told me I should do it, then it is the right thing and I'm in the right place. And spirit knows that I like going down the road. I don't have to rush through the road. I have no problem going down that road. So it's exciting and I absolutely love it. And I like the whole thing. Like I want to be in real estate, and I only use that term for lack of another term. So there's some nicer spiritual term that I can use, but meaning I want to buy land, I want to build, help, design homes to build. I want to furnish the homes. I want to design the homes inside, and I want to decorate the homes. Like I want every aspect of it. I want to rent out the homes, maybe even sell something. I want to do all of it. I don't want to do one part. I want to do every single thing in it. And I want to use what's around me. Oh my God, I love that. And of course, employ all these wonderful people. Like that is very fulfilling for me. And it took me a while to get here. Because, in life it's normal. You got to try different things. Like I thought it would be designing clothes, as I did. But that's not what I could see myself doing forever. Like even like I'm not that interested on the whole aspect of it. That's what it is. I just really at this point, I'm wearing the same clothes I've been wearing. I gave away a tremendous amount of clothes too for some spring cleaning or cleaning, summer cleaning. The temperature or the seasons here are a little bit different than the States, of course. So, but I still love clothes. Actually, there's these dresses that the Muslim women wear that I absolutely love. They're long. I guess they're A-line. They got a little puffiness on the sleeve. I love these things. I would wear it every single day. Like I want one. I'm gonna go to the Muslim community. It's called the Zongo community. I'm gonna go to the Zongo community, and I'm gonna stop one of the ladies with them dresses on. And I'm about to ask her who would be her seamstress, because I'm about to get some of those, and call it quits. This way, it's easily to jack them up if I get on the moto. Of course, I can take a car and I can walk in them. It covers it all. And I love the aunties won't be too upset with me. You know what I'm saying? I make the aunties happy. We good. We great. Everything good. I'm trying to keep it together. I love that. Like that is it. Like I always want a project. I don't feel alive if I don't have a project. I don't have a project. I like, oh my God, like, okay, so it's rainy season, so we'll do stuff that's inside. And I know some people will be like, well, why are you fixing up other people's apartments? It's not other people's apartments when I'm in it. It's mine. It's that simple. I'm going to say it again. It's not other people's apartment when I'm in it. It's mine. And I absolutely love it. So you're going to say, well, why don't you just build your own house now? Because this house is already built. See, the building of the house is going to take time, but I want it, and I'm not decided yet. Another reason why is because I have no idea. I keep saying, oh, no, I want this. And I go look at something. I go, no, I want that. And I go, I want that. And Spirit's like, well, you don't know what you want yet, and it's okay. Don't rush it. Don't push it. Don't force it. Just relax. But I came on today because I want to make sure that the restless spirit, aka the adventurous spirit, is not some form of something that is deeper that is not being fulfilled, or something that is deeper that I have not yet looked at. That's what I'm doing. I'm teaching a master class called Digging Deep Down into the Roots. And I'm also doing it I have a private coaching group, and I'm digging. Because it may sound cute to say, oh, I have an adventurous spirit. But if it's insatiable, it's not that cute. It may sound really cute to say I have a restless spirit, but if it's insatiable, it's not that cute. So how do I not do that? And then sometimes I say, well, when do you say that? Then I have to ask, I'm digging down deep. This is what we're going to do in the masterclass. I say, well, when do you say that? Oh, I'm like, let's use words that you might use when you, or if you have a vested spirit or you have a adventurous spirit. Let's just talk about words that one might use. I'm bored. If you don't say it, you thought it. Okay. I'm bored. When I be like, okay, I'm bored. Then I have to look at myself. I say, now, is this really a restless spirit? Or is this me not doing other things that make me feel whole and complete? I haven't exercised in weeks. I was telling my group. I haven't really been outside taking walks. I haven't even been in my gazebo because it's been raining so much. So every time you try to go out there, you got to run back in because it'd be downpouring on the downpour. Then I have to ask myself, well, when those times happen, what else can I do? And I've been doing it, and it's been making me extremely happy. I've been indoors. So it makes me more want to fix the house. So it's like, well, it's raining. Let me just fix the cabinets. It's raining. I fixed the light. All the lamps now are fixed. It's raining. Let me keep the house really, really clean. It's raining. Let me get a new rug that I've been saying. So and it works. Like, it really does work. But I also need to add some exercise indoors. And I need to do some more meditation. Like, I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm not overlooking something deeper, because nobody really wants to have a restless spirit. Nobody wants to be so adventurous, that's insatiable. So even when you're at the place, you're not comfortable in the place because you worry about either what's going to be next, so you're not fully in the now, or you're worried about, or you get there and it's boring as hell. That's why I said, like, the traveling part, not to say wrong. Somebody said right now, like, you want a trip to Jamaica. I might go, I might not. I'm really trying to get on the plane. Like, so, and that's a different me. I love that part. Like, I learned that it's not out there, it's in here. I learned that it's not out there, it's in here. I learned that at this age, you can't keep running and still be saying, well, it wasn't that place. I'm going to try New Orleans. I'm going to try Arizona. I'm going to try North Kakalaki. Like, I'm going to try. It's like, I got over that. Like, that. You know what? I could actually say I've healed from that. It's some outside place. I'm so happy about that. I'm going to pat myself on the shoulder. I don't even want to go to Accra. Like, I'm good. If I went to Accra, it'd be great because I could pick up some stuff that I don't need. See, and I also know that living here helps me. I know it's not another thing that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? And need is relative, because you could need to design. That's a good need, because that's a need. That's legitimate. When I say things I don't need, like, I used to pacify myself with shopping for clothes all the time. That was more of how I was pacifying. Even sometimes when I was in the States, I know it was in the last place in North Carolina, I would pacify myself, like a baby. I need something to suck on. I would pacify myself by buying a lot of home decor stuff that at some point there was no more room left. So I evolved from that. I don't necessarily, there's one store, it's not even like a lot of home decor, okay, no home decor stores here, not, especially not in this town, and in general to me, not in Ghana to me, right? But I love the idea of artisans. I love the idea of people making stuff and using natural stuff. That's something different. A lot of stuff I even do, it'd be almost free because it's materials that's right around us. So it's not, I love that. So this has gotten me over all of that. But the idea of constructing, or even if it's not me doing it, or designing or adding or building. Like, I love it. But all that designing of clothes and bags and jewelry and shoes, that was part of it. You can see that got me to this very special place that I feel like I'm in right now. But I'm digging deep down into the roots because I know that I must have done some work to get over retail shopping, right? Not retail shopping, retail therapy, right? I know I must have did a certain amount of things, whether that's clothes or bags or jewelry, whatever it was. I used to have this thing like go out when I was bored. Okay, I gotta go out and eat. I'm so bored, let me go out and eat. But then I would realize that I spent a whole bunch of money on some food that either wasn't really worth the price. Mine's more worth the price because a lot of food that I was eating, especially in Ghana, if you eat more vegan foods, you're gonna pay more, period. So I'm over all of that, which is a good thing, like because I'm digging down deep into the roots, and you should come with me to do it this Sunday. We're really discussing the idea of racism, white supremacy, and an idea of rage in my group. I'm not sure how that's going, but I'm healing for sure. I'm digging deep, you know. I'm in a different place, so when I teach, it may look like I'm forcing people to accept something that is about me and it's not about them. You know what? It was easier to teach about sensuality, sexuality. It was easier to teach about belief system and spirituality. It was easier to teach about beauty, of course. And I feel like the hardest subject that I've had to teach is about rage, is about anger. Because so many people don't want to even think about that they got some other stuff going on. And it's sometimes, I'm telling y'all that going down there, the person that I am now is so much more. I feel brighter. I feel brighter. I don't know how else to say. I feel smarter. It takes a very brave and strong person to look at the parts of yourself that ain't right. Period. No, I don't cover it up. I don't try to use the fluffy words to say it ain't right. You know, it just ain't right. And so what you do when you dig down deep, you actually start looking at everything. You're questioning it like, am I repeating something? Am I repeating I'm bored? And when do I say that? Am I repeating, have I not healed from something that is showing up as boredom, but it's really something deeper? Since I've been digging deep, I am more calmer, serene, peaceful. Can see the good, can see what is great, can see what is not great, but don't have such a negative emotional response like I used to. It's funny, the more I dig deep and see if there's some rage or anger, the less angry I become. They tricked us. They told us when you go down there, it's a dangerous place. Don't go down there. You'll regret it. Don't look down into yourself. If you ask most black women, do you think you're angry? Because that's a loaded word, because it's used as, it's weaponized. It's a word used as a weapon against us from the other. So I use other words. Do you think you're mad inside? Do you think you're mad? I mean, I was too. Why are you so mad? I'm not mad. Okay, maybe I'm a little mad. Maybe I'm a little mad. But me looking at that is like, whew. So that's why I'm asking this question, because when I get down to it, I have loved the days that I've been spending with the rain. Like I said, my house is beautiful. We did the floors. I got to lay the tile on the kitchen floor, so we spent so much time in it. We got a little routine. We eat things like, all the fruits are so fresh, and everything tastes like love and joy and juicy sweetness and freshness and seasonal. And the rain is like you walk out, and I swear to you, you walk down the path, and I don't know how the grass grew that tall. Like you seeing nature reacting. Sometimes I love it so much. I love it too much. Sometimes I'll be like wishing, like, wow, I wish I could just, how can I just get lots of money and just not really have to do too much? Like, because I'm really happy with just doing what I do. Like, it's weird. But then I know that eventually maybe that will gain me some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not even like I'm looking for money. It's not a money thing. I was just saying that if I probably had more of it, I would just do exactly what I'm doing now, which is pretty damn great. And I got a lot done. Okay, there was a time when I used to almost go into, maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I need to do more because I'm not doing. But if I stop, because digging deep helps me to do this, I can see like, no, this is a nice progression. This is pretty dang good. Like, you're doing good, girl. Some in me from digging deep, I am healing because I don't have it's got to be more. I don't have I'm not doing enough anymore. I don't really have the what's next. I am what's next. I'm what's next. And it's almost like I don't even really care about what's next because what is now is way better than what is next. I don't even care about the now because or what is next. I care. The now is so good that I don't even know a next because the next is still going to be now. It's a different place. I'm changing tremendously. It's a peacefulness, like I said, like it's an understanding. I'm easier on myself because I know what's down there and I'm not afraid to go down there. But I'm telling you, if you ask most sisters, really try it. Are you mad? Are you angry inside? They are going to tell you. First, they're going to say no first. That's number one. Then they're going to tell you how much that they've gotten over that and there's nothing's left. They're just perfectly fine. Because it's almost like you cursing them. Because they've done so much that's true and they've been through so much that it's hard to just say, I'm kind of angry and I don't even know why. And let me just say what I'm saying to you. Sometimes the anger shows up as sadness. Okay, I'll even give you an example. Queen Louise, I would love to say Queen Louise. It's Louise Hay. She has these things written down. I wish I had my book, but she says most people, no matter if it says I have a gambling problem or I make money but I spend it as fast, or I have a shopping addiction, or I can't lose weight, or she says no matter how it manifests, it's usually resentment, anger, fear, and I keep forgetting the last one, resentment. I thought it was four: resentment, anger, fear, and I can't remember the other one. But I'll find it for y'all. And I love that she puts it because it's kind of true. But who wants to admit it? Especially black women, because we have this bad rap to be mad. Can't be a mad black woman. We threw that word away. Angry black woman, we're not going to do that. Strong black woman, we're not going to the point that we think if we just don't talk about it, it's obviously gone because we're not really talking about it. That's the most difficult class to teach. It is. It's very difficult. It's very difficult because nobody wants to be that. Because of course, living in America, you're perfectly healthy mentally, right? I mean, no, probably not, but I think it's okay to have done a credible amount of work on ourselves, but knowing that we're still breathing through a living body, we ain't done yet. I think people think it's going to bring up stuff that they bury that's going to make them go back to places they don't want to go back to, but it's really not. It's saying the work you did was great. There's some residue. And it does show up. Tomorrow I'm going to ask my class this question. If you have children, especially, ask your children, when I get angry, what does it look like to you? Or remember when somebody really told you about yourself. Absolutely, you could not see it, but when you look back at it, it was true. Ask your children, when do you know if mommy's angry? Can you tell when mommy's angry? How does mommy react when she's angry? Ask your spouse, if you and your spouse is on good terms, or you and your spouse, ask your spouse, what does it look like when I get angry? Do you think that I have some anger in me? Ask somebody else that can see you in a way you can't see yourself. If you got a good ex and you're still friends, that's the real one, because they're not your exes for a reason. Ask him, what How did I show my anger? Do you think that I was angry? Do you think that I showed anger? Did you think that I was putting me in a deeper place? Because I see it and hear it in just words, texts. I definitely have it. But I feel like while I'm going here, I'm teaching a digging deep down into the roots class this Sunday. But and I would love for you to join us on the website. But it's because I feel so much better going in there. I thought it was this deep, dark place that I would go in and I would hate it, and it would be too dark and not enough lights, and it would be dusty and danky and kind of damp and wet like I do. And then it was like, oh, so there's no real place. It's almost like it's not so deep, but it is. Or it's like, I don't know, I don't see it as a dark, danky place. It's like just saying, wow, when I do that, or, when I wrote that, that sounded like, when I said that, that was a little loaded there. I could see how somebody thought of it that way. Ooh-wee. I didn't know how afraid we was of our own anger. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm mad. You be mad too. I got but I ain't getting none of that. I'm getting none of that. I'm getting none of it. I'm getting no. And it's okay, because I get it. It's fluffy. We're in a fluffy, wonderful, amazing world. But I'm just saying, so maybe the restlessness and the need to always have an adventure, maybe that's coming from some other place. And that was your way that you don't deal with stuff. You just go on a trip. We know people, we all might have been that person, but they really don't have the money to go on the trip, but they spend the money they know they don't have because they really want to go on this trip. But what I realize is saying is like, I really want to not feel this bad feeling. So I pay for trips that I really can't afford, or I put on my credit card, and then I regret it later because now I got this debt. There's a form of something not being looked at when you do that. I don't really have this money, but I want to spend this money because I really want to feel good right now, because I'm not really feeling good. But there's something down there that does that. What is that? It don't have to be anger for you. Call it something else, but what is that? Trying to tell ourselves the truth, even if it hurts, even if it don't even look like us. Take it, put it on for a second, wear the suit, wear the dress, put the dress on, put it on. Maybe I'm going to put this dress on. She's trying to make me look at something. I ain't really looking at it. Because I don't think we find that peace in going down there. I think we don't know how beautifully peaceful and freeing it could be. I don't think we know that. You could be passionate about something and totally not be angry anymore. You could just be like, I'm passionate. And like, some of us are angry because when we do express ourselves now, especially if we're black, we're labeled that angry, frustrated. Oh, so these words that make us feel like, no, I'm just passionate about that. I just really like that. I like when I tell a story, I like to act all the parts out. I still make love to my man after I finish, and I'm gonna go get me some good food when I'm done. Like it's just, hey, because what I start learning, and what I'm learning is, for me trying not to feel my feelings and not tell myself the truth, I became a fraction of who I really was. And one of them was a very passionate person, even in my delivery. But you know, white people say, why? You're talking loud, I'm scared. You're talking loud, you're hostile. No, we just talk loud. It's just a loud black thing. It's a beautiful, we just like it, we just express it. You call it loud, we call it expressive. It's two different things, You know what I'm saying? And they have done a great number of teaching us how to hold it down, hide it, don't say it so. Don't feel the feeling, because when you saw those feelings in people around you, it was very volatile. It was not good. It was sometimes directed at you. So why would you want to? But that's not. If you dig deep, I promise that you're past that healing, because you already did that healing. If it's true that you heal from those things, then that's not going to come up. What's going to come up was ever left down there. whatever's still showing up, but only you can't see. Ask somebody else how your anger shows up. I would love to ask a child, because children are so honest. Be like, do you feel like mommy gets mad? Or when mommy gets mad, how do you feel? Or how do you know when mommy's getting mad? They'll tell you something you ain't even asked for. They'll give you something you ain't even ready for. They'll tell you the truth. Oh, mommy, no, you kind of, you're mean, mommy. Or you just, when you get those things in your eyes, mommy, or you scare me. Like, they'll go there. They'll be like, oh my God, let's just listen. Take a breath. They're telling us the truth. Breathe. They're telling us the truth. Breathe. Think about your relationship, past 3 relationships. What did each of those persons say? Was it the same exact thing? I'm just saying. I'm not saying you got to buy into it. Just, was it the same thing? What was your coping mechanism? Has that become a way? Now has that become part of who you really are at this point? But you're really not. But you don't know because you're so perfectly wanting to stay where you are and be who you are and no further, because this is the safe place and I can't go no further, that looking at stuff would be like, I don't want to not be me, because even though it's not happy all the time and joyful and I keep wanting more and I feel restless and I feel like I never have enough and I still want it. But you could have a better you. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just in the woods all day. I'm just in the woods all day. I'm just in the woods all day. Like, that's all. That's all I know. I eat foods in season, and I go to bed around 8 to 9 every day, and I got sunshine and fresh air. I mean, what would I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. So anyway, I think the driver is here. Is the driver here? Baby, no, that's not him. Oh. Did you look out there though, babe? Oh, you want to put the, okay. Do you want to put the bikes in? Because there's the mat, baby, you want to put on the floor. Thank you, sweetie. So, what do I know? I don't know nothing. Anyway, let's keep going. Renee, how are you from Berkeley? Yes, and you are growing. Thank you. Peace and love, Synovia. Hey, Synovia, giving love. That's what I'm doing now. Purging. I love that word. Hey, Synovia, Indigo. I know Indigo. I love that. Hey, Herban Mystic. We are conditioned to suppress our. We are. Herban, you know this. Condition. Because back in the day, especially in the days of, do you remember the days of slavery? We would dare not show that. Because massa will sell your behind from your mama and your father. You better not. You better keep it under wraps, and every time he say, how you doing? You better say, of course, I'm doing great. Yes, sir, master. I'm doing great, master. Everything fine. Look at the minstrel shows. They wanted you to smile all the time even though you was in pain. That's kind of a sadistic already. Sick, isn't it? Sick. Think about it. Hold it in. No matter what. If you're playing the blackface, don't worry if the tear go down. It's just part of being a clown. Always be a clown. Stephen Fetching, come on and tap dance for you when you're sad. Because you can't never show it. So of course there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfectly fine. Like a goddamn Stepford Wives. Perfectly fine. Thank you, Herman. I appreciate that. Thank you. Digging deep down into the roots masterclass, $47 Sunday, June 18th. I think it's 16, but I don't know, baby. Check it for me from 12 noon to 2 p.m. It's Sunday. May run longer. Thank you so much. AfroCentricHomeDesign.com. Peace. Hey, Sly, what's next? Am I what's next? Ashe, right? What's next? Am I what's next? You might be. Very difficult, but very healing. Yes. Hey, Sly. Good morning, Snowy. Yes. General Mosquito, how are you? I saw you on Facebook. How are you? Peace, love, and greetings, Lisa Marie Goodson. Peace and love and greetings to you, General Mosquito. I was told that I insinuate too much, so I had to take that word, insinuate, and figure it out. So I'm studying words now. Lovely. I love it. Celestial spirit as a fellow Leo, and that is you. I love it. That is us. That is us. I understand there's no way to assimilate in the society when you speak from the heart. You got it. Laugh out loud. Yes, suppression through generations are powerful. Yes, are powerful. Remember they told us to keep secrets? You better not tell nobody what we're doing up in this house. You better not tell nobody what I did to you. You better not tell nobody. It's hard. I know. I feel it too. I know. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. But I know that it's like, you know what? I'm going to tell. If my little girl self couldn't tell, my 50-something-year-old self is going to tell. And such a society that makes us see, like I said, things that we know we do not agree with, but we can't even tell our children that is crazy. Don't do that. It's not true. Don't listen to the people that come up to your school. They lying to you. We don't do that in this house. We're scared to say something as simple as we don't do that in this house. That's not what we believe in. Because we're not hip. We're not forward thinking. We're not with the program. Just some stuff gonna make you angry. All this, I mean, like I said, I think the anger bubble. Sometimes, it's not me. I don't know nothing. But my ancestors do me when they come, when I act right. They sometimes are far ahead of me, and they're showing something that we're not seeing. That what do you think is going to happen with all this push down? Don't say it because I got to keep my job. Don't say it because it's going to hurt somebody else. But let's say it. I think a lot of love can come from this. I know with me and my man, like oh my God, I had to check myself. Oh my God. Man, like I was saying, I would be going off on him, but it wasn't really him. All that anger that I was spewing towards him, it clearly was not just this one man. He didn't do all that. That wasn't all him. You men know it. Your men always say, like, when a sister be like, why I gotta pay for what every other man did? We don't be wanting to hear it, but it's a good point. It's a damn good point. And then women sometimes will choose a person that will trigger us because we really want to fight. Because we can't fight the man. We can't fight Karen. Can't fight Brad. Can't fight them because they hold the key to our power. That's why it's called, it's systematic. I'll just leave it at that. They hold the key to our longevity. They hold the key to our, can we eat? They hold the key to our paying our rent. They hold the key so we can never talk back to Brad or Karen. So we come back to our own little communities and we shoot it up and we beat people up and we yell and scream and we fight over men and fight over women and fight each other and fight over colors. But it's not our problem because we're American. In Africa, it's all of our problem. Every wayward child is our problem. Not in my else's child, and you know what? You just mind your business because you're trying to save your child, and I understand that too. You're trying to save your child. But you're not going to save them. You're going to make them some mamby-pamby, not real person. You're going to make them as scared as you are. So we're trying to throw all that away. But yes, ma'am and sir. Yes. It's the 18th of June. Oh, that's the 18th? Sunday? Thank you, baby. Oh, no, I think I put the wrong date. Okay. I'm going to have to change that. I'll go look at that. Thank you, darling. So anyway, it is this Sunday. We fight and kill each other as a community here in America. Absolutely. But it's coming from somewhere. And if we could just get that. Because, I was thinking, like, I saw something, right? It was this young other girl, not us, another girl. And she had 12 years old, stabbed her 9-year-old brother and killed him. But they had every excuse for her. She had mental health issues. It was the medication that the doctor gave her that made her go through psychosis. But I saw the same thing happen to it was a black mother, and it was these two brothers. It was the reals, And it was these two, they were literally brothers, and they were brothers, you know what I'm saying? And they saw the sister trying to throw her child, and this is not a nice thing I'm saying, in front of the bus, truck, it was worse. And they came and saved her, the child, and she was fighting them. Now, clearly she has mental health issues. Clearly she has mental health issues. Clearly. But now, the comment section, so with the other girl, the white girl, everybody was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for her. And the brother, oh my God, the mother, nobody was persecuting her, nothing. Oh, it's some drugs, it's the psychotic medication. Oh my God. And she wasn't tried as an adult. We know that we got kids younger than that. She wasn't tried as an adult, nothing. But the black woman, it was our own people. These mothers out here, then it was the brothers on her. That's why these women are single mothers are angry. Like, dude, it's clear. You can look at her dating eyes. She ain't well. Why doesn't she get the same leniency, the same compassion, the same love? She's not well. She has more of a reason not to be well. She got more reach. She got that on top of everything else, just because of the way she looked, the way she came out of her mama's womb. I was very hurt that I said, wow, they got us. So we don't get, we better not plead mentally ill. I saw one. It was one under some case. It was and clearly it was a little, that, he snapped. It was, we could be on the same drugs that they get, but we can't use that as an excuse. This is today. This ain't no 50 years ago, 200 years ago. This is today. This is happening today. It's not right. But now don't worry. I don't just sit there and point out a whole lot of horrible things about us. I actually give us solutions. I think there's therapy. I think there's healing in just talking about the problem, because if you're hushed all the time, you can never mention it. And just think about it. Most of us are spend more time on our I was gonna say our jail, and I meant job. So this is already deep. This is universe right here. More time on our job jail than we do at home. So you mean the majority of your day, thus the majority of your week, thus the majority of your life is spent not telling people that it ain't cool. Don't say that. I can't say nothing because this man gave me a job. Oh. But don't worry, you don't have no problems, because you have no problems. I mean, we could take a breath in between. We could talk about it. We could hold each other. We could laugh. We could cry. We could do it. We could just let it go. We could just say it's wrong. I mean, every day I want to say it's wrong. I don't like the new policies at work. It's wrong. But if I say it's wrong, I lose my job. But at least to each other. But now it's becoming, we don't even say to each other, this is wrong. Because somebody might be listening. Because you can't trust everybody. Think about it, queens and kings. Yes, I love that. Suppression through generations. That's a very powerful title of something. I like it. Yes, it's amazing how we as a community excuse other people's action and know nothing for our own people. That's right. So that's so true. I saw it. The 12-year-olds, the 9, the brother, everybody was like, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, I don't see them when the dog get hurt. Oh my God. It was this dog. I saw another reel. It was this other woman, because we're the majority of the world, so I'm going to say how it really is. So it was this other woman, and her dog had ran into a pool that was absolutely freezing with ice. And she was about this big, the owner, and she ran and said, oh my God. She called his name like Simpson, or whatever his name was. This woman, I'm running up in that pool, froze herself to death, could have died. Oh my God, the conversation was like, she's such a great human being. She saved the dog. She knows the dog. She loves the dog. I mean, you ever see that reel with the lady that got bit by the snake? And she was like, okay. She was doing that, other thing they do. Okay, that's that. They really good at that. We're not really being bothered. He's biting the inside of me, and I got blood all over the thing. And everybody conversation was like, oh my gosh, she's so great. You could tell she loved him. Okay, see, you know what, y'all? See, that's sick. So the dog is more important than the homeless person on the street. See, I'm lost. I'm lost. But you can't say nothing about it. But it's in there somewhere, because you got to put it somewhere. You know it ain't right, but you got to go to work tomorrow. I just feel like we should talk about it. And then because I got ways that we can feel better. It's not ecstasy. It's not none of that. But, I just want you to know that I personally am becoming a better person. I still do it, but I don't say I still do it. Sometimes I get upset, I get angry, and I go into that problem like, no, This person in front of me, he's not that person. He did not do that to me. I'm not mad at him. Powerful healing right there. Powerful. I wish I could tell y'all. I'm telling y'all, but I wish I could show you. So now I get something trying to come out of my mouth like, you are, and I'm not doing this because of you. Now I come back, I'll be like, oh, that's a lie. I'm lying. I am lying. Let me not even get over that. Let me not even put that out of my mouth, because I ain't mad at him and I ain't mad at that. Let me get my butt up and chain. Let me go take a walk. Let me go do something else, because I might just need some sun. It might be a lack of sun. Oh, and don't put that, add that to it. Now you already got all the stuff you got to hold on to. You got to go to ridiculous new rules and policies. And now you don't even have no son. How a black person supposed to make it? We need some. Come on now. We need it more than others, but if you say that, that's racist. You see what I'm saying? Like, they got you dumb out here, right? Do you not need more sun than the other? So we absolutely need more sun. But no, we all need the same amount of sun because we're all the same. Okay, well, you know what? We're not going to get anywhere if we go on that one. I just don't like it anymore. I'm just don't really. This was also really sparked by looking at myself being here where you don't have all those isms and schisms. You don't have all those stresses and stressors, but yet you're still acting crazy. That's when you know. Because there's nothing else to look. It's not even, oh, it's the, well, you know it's that. Well, you know, and then you realize, oh no, that stuff, I carried it. Oh no, that stuff is in it. Like I need 5 years to 10 to be like, take all that stuff on me because I'm not in an environment where none of that is necessary. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I want you to. It's a good place to be. All right, ladies, I got to go, but I love you so much. Yeah, so that's what's weird. So that's funny. I just quit my job, 6 a.m. start time. As soon as you walk in the door, can't even get a sip of water. This is right on time. Yes, Queen Celestial, you know, and Spirit got something for you. Beautiful. Snovia Indigo says we need more black psychiatrists and psychologists here in America. Unfortunately, so many of our people need to be diagnosed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The understanding of it all. Yes, Zenobia. That's why accountability. Accountability would be nice. It would help us a lot. It would help us say, you know, you're not really mad at your wife or your husband, and you're not really mad at your kids, and you might be a little mad at society and how it forces you to fit in, and you got to be quiet because if you don't, you're going to lose your job. I hate that part. It's a bad part. It's a bad part. Can't really say nothing because I don't have freedom, and I thought I did. And even when I got money and I was an entrepreneur and I became an entrepreneur, which I thought was more freedom, but my color of my skin says no, not quite yet. Then when you go high, because you thought high was better, you thought high society, high value, then you realize they doing diabolical, disgusting, horrible things, and then why would you want to even be down? Can you imagine those that get to the tippity top and realize, oh, these mother effers are ill. It's insane in the membrane. So now all that money and everything you went for is like, oh my God, how do we create a world for ourselves? It starts mentally healing and then opening your heart and then understanding divine magic, divine cosmic energy, divine protection. It's a higher place. It's a higher place. I was thinking that, babe. That's good living. Yes, congratulations, Social Spirit. That's right. We are so happy for you. We see you the best. The best. That's all there is for you. Yeah, we're going to wake up, y'all. I love you so much. If you feel like you want to donate or anything like that, because like I said, somebody always say to me, you don't never tell people how they could help or if they want to donate. So I do have what do I have? Oh, man. I have a CashApp and I have a PayPal, and there'll be a link in the description box if you want to. If you want something for your money, you can take the next class. It's Sunday, but you do have to have a Facebook account. We can do that way, or you can take some past classes, so whatever works for you. Thank you, Zenobia, too. Spirit is beautiful, Celestial. Yes, I want to say that. Thank you, Zenobia. And everybody, I think everybody digging Beverly, like everybody here, I want to thank you. And thank you for allowing me to let off some and be a better person. I got to be a better person. I love you, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon. Peace and blessings.